Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is May 15th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see today, this week. What a week. Wow. All right, on this quarterly chart, what we see is still green. We're still near the top. Did we make all-time highs this week again? I think we did. In August, we had a little bit of a pullback today, but I think we did make all-times earlier in the week. We are still across an R1 at this time. We're still looking very bullish at this time. Let's go down to our monthly chart and see what we see here. On our monthly chart, this is showing you that this is a really, really, really hot month. We're above an R3. Let me zoom in here a little bit where you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Where's my little other thing right here? Here it is. This is the R3 level right here. As you can see, we very seldom get above that level, and our R3 is way up there somewhere on this one. There's an R3, there's an R3. This is a really hot month. This is where normally I would say sell, 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 sell. When you get up to that level, it actually went a little bit above there. Now we did get a little bit of push back down today, I believe. But let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see. We are still above the 9-10 moving average, so definitely we are still in a bull market at this time. All right, let's go down to this weekly chart and see what we see there. All right, where's my weekly chart? Where's my arrow? And our weekly chart. See this on this weekly chart, we can see this red candle. I was kind of expecting that on this weekly chart and all. This red doji that we got here at the top. So again, now it's time to be careful, be careful, be careful. You know, we got a red doji on a weekly chart. It's not that high. It's still down here within there. You can still call that a bullish harami at this, a bearish harami at this time. Let me just zoom in a little bit here, just these past few weeks here, where you can get a better picture of that. You can say that because this red doji is inside of this green candle, although it's inside at the top. You know, so again, we might be getting ready to form an evening star where if we get a candle over here like this and this thing turns around and start wanting to go down. But again, I just play what you see, and again, the market doesn't go straight up. We've had quite a few green weeks. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. It's time for this thing to take a rest. It could be just taking a rest there at the top, and this thing can continue going up next week. So don't get too crazy trying to short this market at this time. This is a normal thing that happens, you know, in an upward trend. The market needs to take a rest at some time, you know, and that's what it's doing. It's taking a rest. Some people are taking profits, and all. This thing may not drop that much. As you can see, we did drop down quite a bit below this. Let me erase this. We did drop down below this R1 here on these monthly pivots, but we did come back up and close above that R1 level. And but although we formed the doji and all, so again, don't get too crazy, but still get where you, again, whatever your trading plan is, your trading strategy, just trade accordingly. You know, be careful and all. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. All right, daily noise. On this daily picture, like this is what I'm talking about here. We did get, you know, here on Friday, this daily candles. We do have an evening star at the top, and we got, was the day expiration Friday? I have to look at my calendar right quick. Let me see if I can bring it up down here. Yep, I can bring it up. Yes, this was expiration Friday. As you can see, it was the third Friday, first, second, third Friday of the month is expiration Friday. So again, this was an option expiration. Again, when we had just monthly options and you don't have options expiring every day, you know, this was the big expiration thing, you know, expiration Friday for the monthly options and stuff, you know. And again, a lot of times after this week, you know, you might see a little rest and this market goes back up. Again, those people who are selling options against their positions and all, you know, they want to make sure that the market does close below wherever they sold, that the guys with the big money can do that. You know, they'll push that market back down. They probably definitely, you know, they probably had rolled their things, you know, if they had sold, you know, here early in the week or last week or at the beginning of the month, you know, so where they thought might have been a good point, you know, they pushed it back down to where it closed below 710, you know, which was a good thing. But coming next week, coming Monday, just like myself, I'll be selling stuff again come Monday, you know, further out and up, and I do it every week instead of every month now. But that's again beginning to talk about trades. But that's what we see here. Back up, just back up. What we see here. Let's get back to the picture, back to the normal. We see an evening star, and we could get confirmation, and go lower. The other thing that we see here, we see that the market might come next week on these weekly pivots. We might end up opening below pivot. If we open up below pivot, we might come back down here and test this area again, with that evening star. And this market might be ready to turn over. But we could have said that also back here. And this market just ended up gapping up there on that day and going higher. So again, be careful, be careful, be careful about, again, like I say, be careful, be careful, be careful about shorting this market if you didn't already had shorted it, up here at this top, and caught this little bit down. Come Monday, your trade could be in trouble because it could be right back up, just like what happened back there before. So again, just be careful. Again, nobody knows what's going on. What number the big money knows what's going on out here. We're still in an upward trend, with the market taking a little rest, a little bit more rest. Yeah, a little bit more frequent rest than normal. But up here is getting a little bit more frequently. Again, like 2 days rest, 2 days rest, 2 days rest. So again, it is beginning to form a pattern of this rest thing. Even here, it didn't turn red, even though it came down. It ended up back green. So this is just a normal pattern so far as this thing travels higher. So that's what I see here. So be careful. Still, just be careful. About trying to short this thing at this time. Wait again. Based on your trading plan, your trading strategy, just trade accordingly. And that's all I really have to share at this time. This is the Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.